So the ingredients are the basmati rice, pepper powder, milk with few saffron strands, half a lime, ghee, lemon juice, bay leaves, sliced onions, oil, finely chopped onions, finely chopped coriander leaves, finely chopped tomatoes, slit green chilies, cumin seeds, cinnamon, star anise, cloves, green cardamom, black stone flour, cream or curds, ginger garlic paste, coriander powder, red chili powder, cumin powder, turmeric powder, garam masala powder, black cardamom, salt, and of course eggs. This is pretty much all the ingredients required for this recipe. So let's boil the eggs. I've taken in a vessel, added water, added the eggs, and I'm going to boil this for about 10 to 15 minutes. After that, I'm going to deshell the eggs and I'm going to form small slits all over the eggs like this. Why we do this? So that all the masala that we cook into the eggs will be absorbed into the eggs very well. Okay, so do this for all the eggs. And now I'm going to add in half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of red chili powder, and I'm going to toss all the powders over the eggs like this so that the eggs are completely coated with all the powders properly. Now I'm going to keep this aside. Now in a pan I'm going to add in the oil and I'm going to add in the sliced onions. What we do this so that we need to get them browned. So have patience, it takes some time. So once the onions have browned like this, I'm going to switch off the flame. Drain out excess oil from the onions and keep the fried onions aside. Also, the oil inside the pan, 3/4 of the oil I'm going to keep aside and I'm going to keep 1/4 of the oil in the pan itself to fry the eggs. So as I said, in the same pan with 1/4 of the onion cooked oil, I'm going to add in the eggs and I'm going to fry them for about 2 minutes on high flame. You can see that the outer layer of the eggs starts to turn crispy a little bit, so that is when you remove them from the heat. Turn off the flame and remove them from the heat and keep them aside. So your fried onions and fried eggs are ready. Let's start making the biryani masala. In another kadai on medium flame, I'm adding in the oil from cooking the onions. Okay, I'm adding in the masalas like cinnamon, black cardamom, black stone flour, star anise, broken one, bay leaves, green cardamom, cloves, and cumin seeds. Now they'll start to splutter. Mix all of them well and allow this to splutter for about a minute. See that they don't get burnt. Now after a minute, the flame is medium still. I'm going to add in the finely chopped onions, slit green chilies, Incorporate all of them well together, and we'll cook this till the onions turn brown, light brown. So after the onions have turned light brown, I'm going to add in the ginger garlic paste. Incorporate all of them well together and cook till the raw smell of the ginger garlic goes, maybe 5 to 7 minutes. Now I'm turning the flame to low and I'm adding in the red chilli powder, cumin powder, coriander powder, turmeric powder, and I'm going to mix and fry all this for about a minute. Now I'll turn the flame to medium and I'm going to add in the finely chopped tomatoes. Mix the tomatoes well with the masala mixture. The flame is medium. And I'm going to cover and cook this till the tomatoes are mushy, about 5 to 9 minutes. So once the tomatoes are cooked, you turn the flame to low and I'm going to add in some salt as per your taste, garam masala, pepper powder, some fried onions, and adding in 3/4 cup of cream. You can substitute this with 3/4 cup of curds as well. Now we'll incorporate all of this well together. Add in a handful of chopped coriander leaves. Again mix well. Now I'm adding in the fried eggs. Combine well. And we'll switch the flame to low medium and cover this and cook this for about 10 to 15 minutes. Saute in intervals. So you can see that the oil has released and it is cooking for about 10 to 15 minutes. We turn off the flame, we give it a good mix once, and we remove this from the stove and keep it aside. Now let's see how to make the biryani rice. So in a big vessel on high flame, I'm adding in 2 liters of water. Also added cardamom, bay leaf, cumin seeds, salt, half a lemon, and I'm going to boil this for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I'm going to switch the flame to low and add in the 2 cups of washed basmati rice. Keep in mind I've added in 4 to 5 teaspoons of salt, because when you drain out the water, salt is gone there. Okay, now after adding in the rice, I give it a slight mix because I don't want to break the basmati rice grains, and I will allow this to cook on low medium heat for about 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes your rice is cooked. You'll know it's 90% cooked when it requires another 10 to 15 minutes of cooking. So that is when you switch off the flame. And if you take a rice grain, it easily breaks. And that when you know that your rice is 90% cooked, we turn off the flame and drain the water and keep the rice aside. As you can see, adding half the lemon has made the rice very separate the grains, and we remove the bigger masalas like the bay leaf and all the lemon from the rice. Okay, Now we are going to do the layering. I'm going to use the same thick bottom vessel. You can use a non-stick vessel, which is most recommended. Now first layer is I'm going to add in one layer of the masala with 3 eggs. Since we have total of 6 eggs, I'm going to add in 3 eggs with the first layer of coating of masala at the bottom of the vessel. Keep in mind I have not switched on the stove. Now the second layer is going to be rice. Repeat the same. You have to make a layer by spreading the rice grains equally all over the vessel like this. I have never prepared the biryani like this. I have always put it in pressure cooker, but this came out very well by God's grace, of course. Now the third layer will be the biryani masala, and I'm putting in all of the biryani masala onto the rice like this, and I'm going to spread it equally in the same manner. So topping up with the last layer of rice, here I'm going to add in all the rice. And spread it as I did with the other layers. Next, I'm going to add in the lemon juice. Handful of chopped coriander leaves. I would prefer you to add also a handful of chopped pudina leaves. I haven't added, but I am recommending you to add a handful of chopped pudina leaves also. Okay. And after that I'm going to sprinkle in some garam masala twice. Also I'm going to sprinkle in some pepper powder twice. And just take a 3-finger, sprinkle. Now I'm going to add in all of the fried onions. The fried onions is the main star in this recipe, so you better more, the better the taste will be. Okay. I've used 4 large onions. And now I have taken in some milk with saffron strands and just pouring it like this. It gives a slight color to the biryani. You can also use orange food coloring if you require. Now lastly, I'm going to top up this with 2 tablespoons of ghee and 2 tablespoons of butter. Remember, it's a biryani, so it needs to also cook on dum, so you require some oil kind of structure to help the further cooking. So that is why we are adding in some ghee and butter. Now I'm turning the flame to low medium, covering this and cooking for about 15 minutes on medium flame and 15 minutes on low flame, and switch off the stove. Mix the contents well and keep aside for about 10 minutes. So the instructions are clear here. So as you can see, it is completely cooked. I have mixed it as I have informed earlier. You can see how withered each grain of the rice is. So your biryani is ready. For extra flavoring, I would also recommend you to add in just a teaspoon of rose water or kevra water after adding the ghee and the butter. Okay, so you can add kevra water, rose water, and add in also some pudina leaves. I'm giving these instructions because I think those would add much more flavor than how it was. Okay, so thanks guys for watching this video. Hope you got all the instructions. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed this video. Give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and take care, guys.